I wanna go to a topic, and Steve, I know you're in the audience. You did me a solid, and we had two sessions, one at IBEX at our mix event, and then one at Dealer Week about the future of boating retail. And part of that conversation went toward price transparency and the role that AI is having in driving price transparency. And actually, the February issue of Trade is on your seats, and Kim Cavan did a fantastic article about price transparency, and a lot of the information is from the conversation that we had in those panels with retailers. So, Natasha and Abby, I'm going to go to you on this. It's a natural escalation from digital engagement to informed consumers. And with AI driven research, making price and features and competitive comparisons more transparent than ever. My question is, how is transparency changing the marine purchase journey? And how should the industry respond without commoditizing highly differentiated products? And Natasha, you and I had a conversation about this, and you said to me, as I wrote it down, transparency is fundamentally shifting the marine purchase journey from a dealer-controlled, opaque process to a consumer-driven, research-heavy experience. So talk to me about what that means in your world.
So what's so interesting about that, and I want to tag on to the boat show concept, because I think consumers come to boat shows, but I think they already kind of have in their mind where they want to go. And as far as like really building an experience for a consumer, I'm actually not sure the way that we have boat shows right now is the future. I mean, you can have a cocktail party and you can have an experience, but the real experience that we're trying to sell to our consumers is being on the water, and it's cumbersome. I mean, our boats are not like in a spot where you can just say, hey, come aboard this MJM and let's go for a ride right now. That's not the way the boat shows are currently set up. So I think that that's kind of where they need to evolve. But as far as like not commoditizing luxury brands, it's really, I keep going back to this, but it's focusing on that perceived value that the customer has. It's about showing that, I'm super proud of MJM. I'm going to say MJM is different, right? It's the craftsmanship. It's that owner experience that we're selling. And I also want to tag on to something we said earlier about the owner experience. We had a customer who came to our facility Tuesday. He's buying an MJM 38X. And he was coming because we were making some modifications for him. And while he was there, I gave him some designs that we have for our new 56R that we're launching. And he scribbled all over it, and he's so excited. And he sent this follow-up email saying, thank you for inviting me to be part of your consumer council. And that's what it's going to take. And that's what it takes for brands to have our customers feel like they're part of the brand. It's going to surpass, price transparency. It is. Prices are everywhere. You can go online. You can find everything you want about anything. You can type in Gemini. What is the difference between an MJM and a Sabre? Of course, Gemini is going to come back and say, well, MJM's the best brand ever. However, all of that information is so readily available. It comes back to that relationship, the personal experience, what that brand is going to do for a person in their entire life. So.
Well, and Abby, you reiterated what Natasha just said, because you said to me, transparency is not the threat. Incomplete context is.
That's right. Incomplete context. Why is the price the why? Mm-hmm. Exactly. So that's for a brand and for a dealership, it's the why. What do I get with this? Right?
Yeah.
And so if the price is X, then this is everything that comes along with that. You have your warranty. You have your experiences. We call them the 3 E's in MarineMax, right? We have expert guidance, we have exceptional service, and we have endless fun. And those are the things that we guarantee that we're going to deliver to you within this. But you're going to have the right people as well, right? You have the technicians that are certified with Mercury, certified with Yamaha, right? You have the right people that are going to be serving you and working with you as well. You have the trips that you're going to experience. You have financing and insurance right here at your fingertips. You have extended warranties, and all of that is backed by major brands that you can count on and rely on. That's all part of what you're purchasing when you take this boat. It's not just about the piece of fiberglass. And that's the super important thing you have to remember is that we all look the same. The fiberglass, I know, sorry, manufacturers.
I was going to say,
bad.
no, we
We
don't.
don't all look the same. That's not fair. But what I am saying
Don't
is,
sound about that.
Oh, my stars.
but we want to make sure that they have a wonderful experience with your brand, a wonderful experience with the dealer because of these reasons. And that's why you'll stay in it as well. So just throwing the price out there on this and saying, yeah, that's what it is, right? And no context around it of the why, you'll lose them, right? Because it can be a big, scary number.
It can, and you have to give them the full story of what they're buying into as well.
And you have to start that at a very specific point too. It's not, again, we talk about the Discover Boating. You can't start throwing prices out up here in the top of the funnel. That's just, you're going to be gone, right? So it's getting into boating. What does it mean? What are the pieces that I need to have? What kind of education do I need? Where will I store it? Those are those types of things. And then as you get down to the right lane, okay, this is who's going to start telling me these things.
But in general, I do believe that what's starting to happen and will continue to happen is that people will go on to AI. They will get a general sense of that range of what they're going to
100%.
pay for something. And I don't necessarily think that's a bad
It
thing.
is not. And I see on a number of our websites as dealers or even as our manufacturers, but there's a place to put in a range. When you're doing your boat finder, where you're doing your research, you're doing your boat quiz on the website, right? It's, well, what is your budget, right? They're already telling you because they think they have an idea, and that's great. Let's get them to the right place at the right time, quickly, right?
Absolutely.